Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Byju's exam prep. I hope I'm audible. Just raise your hands if I'm audible or not. I hope I'm audible, everyone. Hello. Hello. I hope I'm audible, everyone. Very clear, audible. We'll start in a minute. We'll wait for 1 minute for other friends to join, and then we shall begin the discussion. Great, everyone. A lot of you. Good evening, everyone. Those who are coming a bit late. Good evening. Ram Ram. Okay, let's begin. I hope the friends would have joined. Now, first of all, tell me, how many of you had attempted this particular, given this test? Okay. Now, because see, all of you, let me tell you, when you give the attempt and then when you listen to the whole paper, it is totally a different thing. Those who have not given the paper, not a problem. Listen to the issues, listen to the discussion, and don't worry about the marks, guys. I'll show you which area you should have focused, because let me tell you, all of you, let me change the font size. See, this test had the questions from ancient history, had the questions of medieval history, and invariably had the questions of art and culture. Let me tell you, some of you, this test, because these three areas were there, a lot of questions were of factual nature. So many of you may have got difficult or may have found it a bit difficult to solve up questions which are very factual in nature. How many of you found it very, very factual? Certain questions, I'm not saying each and every question, but certain questions you found to be very factual. Okay. Now, all of you understand. What happens is that in questions of factual nature, guys, all of you understand, either you know it or you don't know it. That's the big issue. If it is factual, we may not be able to do anything, because then it's done and dusted. So don't worry about that. Let's see that paper. And last thing, if you have not studied these areas, you absolutely don't have to worry. Let's begin that question number one. See, first of all, look at this word. What it is asking? Incorrect. Question is, with reference to Sarnath Lion Temple, which one of the following statements is incorrect? Now, all of you, let me tell you, last few years, all the questions of art and culture, they have come from current affairs. And similarly, this question is because the national emblem has been put on our parliament building. That's why the genesis of this question is because it was in news. Now look, let's see here what they are asking. Incorrect. Please understand, they are asking incorrect. Let's look at the first line. It was built by Ashoka, okay, to commemorate the historical event of Mahaparinibbana of the Buddha. Now, let me tell you, till here, everything is correct, but it is not related to this, but rather the fact that Lord Buddha gave his first sermon at this place, at Sarnath, which is near Varanasi. So please remember, the first statement in itself was incorrect, and that is why the answer to this question was A. Please understand, this is related to not this event, but to, let me write this, Dhamma Chakra Parivartana. That is when our great Gautam Buddha was giving his first sermon, at that point, the Sarnath lion table, capital is related to that. Now, option B, just to give you some idea, guys, out of all this, the third, this option is also something that you should know. Please remember, it is written, it is not the only capital. You know, it is not the only capital. It is correct statement because there is one more lion capital which was found in our country at Sanchi. So out of this whole question, the answer to this is A. Incorrect was being asked. And that's why the answer will be A. The other two lines are important. Please, sermon is, he gave a preaching, to his supporters. He gave that what should be done and everything. That's called your sermon. So I hope everybody, how many of you got A as correct? How many of you got A as correct? Okay, great guys, because I'll keep on telling you, this question is a moderate level question. And please understand, this question is directly in your NCERT. And this is a bit of analytical question. It's not possible to do the polling here, guys. It's absolutely not possible. In 2 hours, I will only be able to give you the best analysis. That will not be possible with the poll. Those who are having it's the first class, don't worry, guys. Please listen, all of you. Trust me, I have given enough prelims and cleared enough. What is the best thing that you should do when you are listening to the discussion is you should analyze, did you think like this or not? If you have given it a correct answer, good. But if you got it wrong, this, why did you get it wrong? That you have to understand. Okay, let's go to the second point or second question. The second question is, in which of the following prehistoric sites, now when the prehistoric sites are being talked about, and along with the prehistoric sites, the pit dwellings has been asked. So if you see here, please understand, prehistoric sites may be, let's say, Chalcolithic site, maybe Neolithic site. That is those sites which were there in the Stone Age, prehistoric sites. And this pit dwelling is asked. Well, pit would be excavated on soil. Now it is asking, which of the following are the prehistoric sites? Now see here, this question, let me tell you, my easiest option would have been Buzahom, because this is the most popular, and this, those who are from Kashmir would know, is near Srinagar. This is one of the most popular, so that means 3 must be in the answer. A is wrong. This is one that I will go. Now, if you have studied the different sites, you would know Gufkaral. This is also a pit dwelling, and this is also in Kashmir only, near Srinagar. And this, was one of the Neolithic sites. That means 3 and 4 definitely should be the answer. That means B is wrong, C is wrong. The answer is D. So all the 5 are the pit dwellings. Now all of you observe, how did I reach to the answer? Let me tell you the other points also. The first one is in the state of Maharashtra, and this in those days was a Chalcolithic site. Number 2 is a site in Haryana. Now all of you understand, you may not have heard about Bhirana. Trust me, I may not also have heard about this. I would have no idea, but I would have definitely some idea about 3 and 4. And the moment I have idea about 3 and 4, I have got to the answer. So all of you understand. And the last one you can understand is again a Neolithic site. This question was a difficult question, but then it can become easy if we look at this 3/4 option. And overall, you can get this in your different places, at different chapters in the prehistoric sites, even in your NCRTs. Even recently, the Hindu Frontline, they had covered this particular issue. Let's go to question number 3. Now, question is, with reference to sculptures of the Indus Valley civilization. So, we are now talking about Harappa Valley. Maithili Sharma sir is not related to history. Please understand, this is history. With reference to sculptures of the Indus Valley civilization, which of the following statements are correct? Number 1, Harappan seals similar to swastika have been discovered. Absolutely correct. If you all have some idea, like this, the swastikas, they have been discovered. This is 1 is correct. That means this is not correct. This is not correct. Now 2, the inscriptions on the seals of Harappan script were pictographic. Yes, there have been many such seals where we have got pictures. For example, pictures of rhinoceros, pictures of humped bull. And then it is written that they were written left to right. Wrong. The Harappan scripts, they are either right to left, or at times they are mentioned like this. You go from right to left and then you again come from left to right. So this is either of the two things, which is referred as a term called boustrophodon. That is, you go one side and you start your writing. For example, let's say if I write this, I am a, and then I start writing from this side only, the next line. That means point 2 is wrong, D is wrong, A is the only answer. So guys, why is 3rd point wrong? Because cow has been not talked about as far as your Indus Valley civilization is concerned. How many of you got this question correct, guys? Because this, trust me, is a moderate level question which you can get in any of the places. If you are reading your Nitin Singhania in the Indus Valley civilization topics of seals, you will get this. So I hope this is correct. I hope you all have got this correct. 3rd question is done. Let's go ahead and talk about 4th question. See here, with reference to Rigvedic history, the terms Phala, Langala and Sira pertain to. All of you understand. Lots of questions on terminology keep on coming, both from ancient as well as medieval. Now, all of you always remember, when I saw this question, I looked at this word. Guys, have you studied Langal anywhere in your modern history? Have you studied Langal anywhere? I'll tell you, those who have attended my modern history classes, I can tell you, Langal we have studied when we do the communist movements. One of the magazines had this name, and this refers to nothing but your agriculture. These all are the different types of wooden plows that were used in those days. Because you can see here, Rigvedic history is being talked about. Now you all know Rigvedic society was a pastoral society, and cattle rearing was one of the dominant activity of those days. So here the correct answer will be D. Now Let me just give you an idea. Guys, which word would have been correct for this? Anyone? If somebody is saying sacrificial offerings paid to the priest, what correct word would have been here? Nobody has given me the answer. This would have been correct if the question was dakshina. You all know. Similarly, if you see here, this is voluntary tribute paid by agricultural laborers, that is Bali. And the types of yagnas, that is also given here. But then various types of yagna, yes, bhaga, that's also correct. Yes, Manisha, Raju, absolutely correct. Guru Dakshina that we talk about, that's your Dakshina. Dakshina, you are giving something, alms, money, food, whatever you are offering. Am I clear, guys? So the answer to this question is D. Dan and Dakshina. Absolutely, Dan and Dakshina. Now, let's move to question number 5th. With reference to India, consider the following statements regarding the Amravati School of Art. Now, this is a question of art and architecture, and a lot of questions from this section keeps on coming in our exam. And all of you focus here. This is the new style of question that UPSC started asking from 2022. So what you have to do in such questions is, only when you know all the statements, you can go to the correct or incorrect. For example, let's say I know, for example, 1 is correct, but I have no idea about 2 and 3. Guys, will I be able to answer this? Will I be able to answer this? No. I can answer this question only when I know all the 3 statements. Last year, 2022, UPSC made our question paper, specifically history paper, very tough by giving such type of options. Let us look at this. Number 1, the Amravati School of Art flourished in southeastern India under the patronage of Satvahans. Absolutely correct. Near the Krishna River, on the banks of Krishna River. This was, in those days, this school of art had developed. Now, please understand, some of you are asking which are the others. Let me tell you, like you have Gandhar Arts, you have Mathura School of Arts. So you have different art schools. One of them is Amravati. So 1 is correct. Moment 1 is correct, that means A is wrong. Look at the number 2. Sculpture created under this school have a lot of movement with bodies generally shown in Tribhanga posture. Yes, this is also correct, because a lot of times intense emotions and very complex compositions are shown. One of the best examples here is in Sachi. 2 is correct, B is wrong. Third option, limestone images of Buddha created under this school have been recovered at places such as Nagarjunkonda and Ghantashala. Absolutely, this is also correct. Let me tell you, apart from this, Amravati, this is discovered. Many places this have been, found out. See, this is a moderate level question, but then, no, white marble, Sudhanshu, please understand, don't get confused in white marble and limestone. They both are totally different things here. Limestone images have been discovered as far as Lord or God Buddha is concerned here. So what will be the answer? D. Everybody is clear with this? Let's move ahead and go to question number 6. With reference to Vijayanagara kingdom, the terms Irai or Vari refer to which one of the following? Again, referring, guys, this is nothing but a terminology question. Now, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you cannot do any elimination in this question. So what is Irai or what is Vari? They are forms of taxes. These are the various types of, land taxes which were collected during the Chola period. Later, they also used terms like kudimai in order to represent forms of taxes. Now, guys, some of you are asking, where can we get all the terminology? See, not any place all the terms will be mentioned, but when you read the books, any word which is in a italic form, you can see it's not in straight, but in italic manner. Please refer to those words. For example, if I say a term called pradhani refers to prime minister, word called talara refers to watchman. Similarly, word called karnikam refers to accountant. Different words, they refer to this. Getting my point? Am I clear? No, those who are correct, they are correct. I'm not denying anything. Okay. Now, guys, factual question. Absolutely a factual question. That's why I said, you know, you don't know, you don't know. Moving ahead. Which one of the following, now we are coming to question number 8. Which one of the following is not related to hagiography? Now, guys, for your benefit, here we mentioned sacred biography. A lot of times this word may not be mentioned. So it might be only which one of the following is not related to hagiography of Buddha. What is that? Basically, they are asking the books related to Buddha's life, and it is asking is not related. That means, guys, we cannot discuss all the questions. I'll be discussing around 60 questions. That's why we cannot discuss all questions in 2 hours, 120 minutes. All questions cannot be discussed. That's why we will keep on leaving certain questions. Am I clear? Now see here. This year's UPSC question was very much close to this. Not related. Again, look at the word not related. See, remember this, and this. They all are related to goddess or God, Buddha's life. The others, they are not related. Which is not related? This option B. Because though it is a Buddhist book, it talks about Buddhist teachings, not related to the life of, God, Buddha. Others, they all are. For example, let me show you one only. This is related to early Buddhism, written in those days in Sanskrit or Prakrit. So similarly, guys, please, Buddhist literatures always keep on coming in our exam. All the time Buddhist literatures come. Again, guys, do you believe this is a factual question? Everybody believes this is a factual question. And you know. Okay, some of you are asking, what is the fourth book related to? Okay, let me tell you one thing. Guys, see here. In this book, all the Buddhist councils, Buddha's life, even about Ashoka, Buddhism, arrival of Buddhism in Sri Lanka, they all are talked in this book. So, guys, every book has their own fundamental, different topics. But the answer to this question is B. Cut this. Because it was asked not related. Am I clear? Factual question. Moving ahead. Now, guys, question number 9. Lots of you, how many of you do this Garba? Gujarat's famous dance. Now, today you will know from where Garba comes. See here. Garba is a popular folk dance of Gujarat. Now, 9th, part A looks to be very good. Now, usually performed during festive occasions. Guys, this is a very easy option. Everybody knows. We do Garba. It's from Gujarat. And during Navratri, we celebrate and we do garbas. One is very good. That means this is incorrect. Look at number 2 statement. It derives its name from Sanskrit word garb, which is symbolized by the Garbhadeep lit at the center, while dancers dance around in the circular movements. Now, you all know, people, like this, they will play it like this and keep on moving in a circular manner. And between there will be a Garbha or the Garbhadeep. Now, please understand, this Garbhadeep is usually associated with fertility. Because guys, look at the word Garbh. Garbh is what? It refers to the word womb. So there is a Garbhadeep at the center, and around that Garbhadeep, the people will be, all the time revolving. Yes, CA Mohit, you are absolutely correct. That means statement number 2 is correct. B is wrong. Now, guys, option third. It is one of the items from India in UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Now, let me, guys, tell you to, some people may have got confused here. Remember, this has been nominated, but it's yet not part of the list. So look at the line. They are mentioning that this has already become a part. No, it is nominated. So again, remember, this is a current affairs question. It is in news because the government has nominated this in the UNESCO's list, but it has not yet become a part of that. That's why this is wrong. This is correct. This is wrong. I hope this is clear, guys, till here. Question number 9 is clear to all of you. Now, till now, we were there in ancient. Let's come to medieval India, guys. And trust me, I like medieval because a lot of things we know, we have seen this, So let's see here. Balban organized Turkan-e Chalangani, a group of powerful military leaders. Iltutmish shifted the capital of the Delhi Sultanate from Delhi to Lahore, and Qutbuddin Aibak commissioned the construction of Adhai Din Ka Jhopda, a mosque in Ajmer. All this, they are the rulers of the slave dynasty, medieval India, and they are asking us what are the correct points. Now, guys, see here. Out of these, first is wrong. Why it is wrong? Because this is not Balban, but Iltutmish who had done this. What is this? Iltutmish, basically, Chahalgani is 40 elite, powerful military leaders. They will be the ruling elite. So, option 1 was wrong. Moment 1 is wrong, guys. That means they are wrong. That means 3 is definitely correct. Yes, we know. Qutbuddin Aibak. You all remember him for what? He was the Sultan and the founder of your slave dynasty. Those who are asking, please remember, he is the founder of the slave dynasty ruled between 1206 to 1211 AD. And after him, the next ruler was Iltutmish, who started a dynasty known as Ilbari dynasty. So, we know 3 is correct. Let's go to option 2. Is it correct? Iltutmish shifted the Delhi Sultanate's capital from Delhi to Lahore. No, the thing is, the capital was shifted from Lahore to Delhi. So what they did was they changed the words. See, trust me, in prelims, a lot of times we are not able to see these small changes. And that's why you might not have come to the correct answer. Am I clear, guys, why B is your answer? Am I clear why B is your answer? Great. So with this, the question number 10 is done. Let's move ahead. Keep the energy high, guys. And let me tell you, I will put it as an easy question. We know a lot of things about this particular thing. Now, question number 11th, puppetry. You all would have seen the puppet show. Now, look at 4 puppetries on the left hand side and 4 states on the right hand side. And they are asking which of the following is, correctly matched. Now, guys, I will always start. See, I come from, let's say, Bihar. So I would always start from that area which I know. So if you are from Odisha, if you are from Tamil Nadu, if you are from Karnataka, look at your own state and decide whether it is correctly matched or not. For example, I told you now, I come from Bihar. I know Yampuri is the puppetry of Bihar. It is not of Karnataka. That means this is wrong. Similarly, if someone of you is from Odisha, they would know Kundhei is from Odisha, is not from Tamil Nadu. That means C is not the answer. Now, is Ravan Chaya correct? Yes. Is Katputli correct? Yes, Rajasthan. Now, those who are saying, let me tell you guys, puppetry is a very easy chapter. Don't go anywhere. Just go in your Nitin Singhania, go to the puppetry chapter. In Nitin Singhania book, in puppetry, they have given the list of all the puppetries, different, along with their states. Of course, if you have some idea, for example, guys, I can tell you, in Yampuri, in Bihar, when we do this, these puppets, they don't have any joints. They don't have any joints. So you should definitely know some of the, ideas, some of the, some characteristics of those areas. So the answer to this question is only 2 pair. It is an easy question. All of you, please understand. Don't go anywhere. Nitin Singhania, chapter 8 of puppetry. Do that book, do that chapter, done. And those who are worried about puppetry, don't get worried about puppetry. Don't get worried about puppetry. Till date, 0 question has come from puppetry. And if tomorrow any question will come, just before prelims, revise that chapter. Nothing else. Am I clear? Let's move ahead. Question number 12. Now, Harappan period is being mentioned. Again, 2 words are mentioned and they are asking what they are. The correct answer is ancient trading stations. Now, please understand, this is again a easy question which are there in your NCRTs. Now, why do we know this? Because your Iraqi texts, or rather, if I say it like this, Mesopotamian texts, they talk about that in those days, the ships. So, for example, let's say this is your India, this is those days, this is your Afghanistan, this is your Iran, and then these other areas. They talk about ships going through the Persian Gulf, that is from Bahrain. And this Dilman was known as probably Bahrain in those days. Similarly, guys, Magan referred to Makran coast on the city or in the country of Oman. So if you see here, it is given in your NCRT. Now, again, you have to know this, because if I don't know, last year, for example, Phalam was asked, that was a coin. They might be asking about administrative units of a kingdom like Suba. They may ask about any house taxes. So invariably, you have to know this. It is an easy question. Why? Because directly taken from your NCRTs. Nothing very special about this question. Am I clear, guys? Can I move ahead? Okay, thank you. Thanks a ton. Let's go to question number 16. I have left 13, 14, 15 at this moment. We are going to question number 16. Those who have come a bit late, why we are not doing every question, guys? because I told you it's not humanly possible to do 100 questions in 120 minutes. So we will be selecting our questions. Now, this is a very good question. And this question is on the topic of Mahajanpadas. Now, guys, how many Mahajanpadas were there in those days? Can anyone tell me? How many Mahajanpadas were there in those days? Everybody knows. 16. They are the independent states in those days. Now, here we have to think. It is asking, Champa was the capital city. Now, we know A cannot be the answer. Why? Because we know Kashi's capital is Kashi itself, Varanasi, present day. That is the capital of Kashi. So A cannot be the answer. Let's move ahead. Number 2, it is an important commercial center of this Mahajanpada, okay? Whichever Mahajanpada it is, Champa is a very important center of this Mahajanpada. It lays on an important trade route from where merchants sail to Suvarnabhumi. Now, some of you are giving me the answer. I know the answer is again Anga. Now, I don't know. Again, this is from my state. I know Anga is present day Bhagalpur area. If Bihar is like this portion, just near Jharkhand, you have Bhagalpur, the areas of Mungir. And from here, in those days, these people would be, traveling towards Suvarnabhumi. This is where the two rivers, one is Ganga and another is Champa rivers, they used to merge. So this is the answer. Anga is the answer. As far as why Malla it would not be, guys, let me tell you, the capital of Malla is Kushinara. Guys, what is so famous about Kushinara? Munger, I know, guys, in those days, Mungir, present day Munger. Guys, can you tell me, anyone, why is Kushinara famous? Lalam is saying Buddha's death. Yes, guys, here Lord Buddha had become, or had taken Maha Parinirvana. That is, he had given up his body at this point. The great Buddha had died at Kusinara. So all of you remember, all the places associated with Buddha, you should remember. I'll tell you, 2014 and 2015, repeated prelims question, word by word, repeated. Guys, not a single word was changed here with regards to that. Getting my point? Simple single question was asked. Can we move ahead, guys? Let us move ahead. Okay, thank you. We'll take on your affirmatives. Question 17. Again, I have taken one question. It is one of the oldest theater traditions. Now, guys, you all know theater in those days, and still prevalent in the regions of Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. Any one of you who are from Andhra or Karnataka, please get this question right. I really want you people to get it right. Now, it has its origin in the royal courts of the Vijayanagara Empire and was performed by the Jakula Varu community. Some popular plays are Garuda Chalam by Ubaya Mantri, Krishna Hiramani by Srinadha, and Sugriv Vijayam by Rudra Kavi. Now, the question is, which of the following folk theatres is correct? Now, guys, most of you are giving me correct answer. I know most of you are giving Deepak Ravi. Two people you are getting it wrong. Now, Shivangi, first of all, this is from the state of Odisha. What happens is, narrators are sitting and they do this theater. So A is wrong. Second is Tal Maddale. What happens is people are sitting, no costume, no dance, no acting, and people perform this here. Kuruvanji, it is based on classical Tamil poetry and songs. So what is the answer? Yakshagana. It's a folk theater, which is heavily inspired by, you will study this under the Bhakti movement, heavily inspired by the Vaishnava Bhakti movement. Am I clear, guys? Is this clear? D is the answer. Thank you. All those who got the answer correct, great. Those who did not get, please go in your theater chapter. Again, don't go for any other book. Nitin Singhania, the chapter on theater is more than sufficient. But then let me tell you, this is a difficult question. Why I am calling it difficult question? Because guys, many people may not have heard about specifically B and C. That's why it becomes slightly difficult. Let's move to the question number 19. Now, 4 sun temples are mentioned. 4 states are mentioned. And they are asking which of the following are correctly matched. Now, Karnataka people, tell me, is this in your area? Arasavali Sun Temple is in your Karnataka. Yes, Manoj, Sudhanshu, Madhvi, they all are saying this is in your state of Andhra Pradesh. In those days, constructed by a Kalinga king. So, one is wrong. That means this is wrong. Guys, tell me about second point. Is Navlakha temple in Madhya Pradesh? Is Navlakha temple in Madhya Pradesh, guys? Absolutely good, Hoshiar and all. The answer is this is in the state of Gujarat. In those days, the Solanki rulers had built it. Now, guys, tell me, is Martand Sun Temple in Rajasthan? Good. Guys, this is in present day Kashmir. That means invariably only one has to be now correct. And again, thanks to my visits, I have been to Gaya. I know this is in Gaya district of, Bihar. I know, Anubhav, this is tough. I am not denying this is tough. But then please understand, all of you, simple thing, please listen to me. Guys, this is a sectional test. That's why 100 questions are going to come from this area. So you will find 20, 30 very tough questions. But in the exam, this area will be only 5 questions from art and culture. Out of that, 2 will be easy, 1 will be tough, 2 will be moderate. So don't worry about this. Absolutely don't worry about this, guys. Trust me, many of these questions I have also learned, researched, and then came. Why would I know every temple? Am I clear with this, guys? All of you, raise your hands. Am I clear? Give me 1 second. Saurav, if you remember, it's good. Okay. Now, let's move ahead. Set this question. No, this is not related to current affairs. Question number 20. Now, again, terminology. Different departments under Delhi Sultanate. And what do they mean in the present times? So you can see left hand side, Diwane Arz, Diwane Wizarat, Diwane Rasalat, Diwane Insha, and Financial Affairs, Military Affairs, Religious Affairs, and Department of Correspondence. Now, guys, if you ask me, the easiest one here was option A. That is, we know Diwane Arz is related to military affairs. That means one is wrong. And if Diwane Arz is military affairs, that means Diwane Wizarat also cannot be military affairs. Is it not clear, guys? So what is Diwane Wizarat? It is financial affairs. That means these two were interchanged. That means definitely the answer cannot be either C or D. Now comes your third and fourth options. Are they correct? Diwane Rasalat, are they related to religious affairs? Yes. And guys, we study slightly about this in modern also. Chief Sadar, Chief Qazi, these are the people who head the judicial departments. And Diwane Insha, yes, they would be leading correspondence between one state and the others. So the answer is B. Guys, we are done with the question number 20. I hope you got it. Everyone with me on this? All of you with me? Yes, absolutely. No, I'm not denying, Rajdev. This is a factual question. I'm not denying this. But then such names have come, such questions have come in the past exam. Raj, we are asking this mainly because such questions have come. And again, guys, it is a moderate level question because in medieval history, we ask people to remember such positions. Moving ahead. Question 22. Very much in news, and that is why, guys, we have brought this question for you people. This was in news. Now, what is the question? Four sites of Harappa are given, or Indus Valley civilization, and it is asking which all of have been discovered. Now, I want you all to focus on Indus Valley civilization, Buddhism, and Mauryas. These are the three most important topics of your this area. So guys, tell me, Harappa, have we discovered a male torso in red sandstone? Anyone? Yes. Guys, you all can see that picture of that man is there in your every book. This is one of the most important thing that we should be knowing about Harappa. Many discoveries have been done here, like Mother Goddess, Lingam, Yoni. These stone symbols have been discovered here. This is the most easiest point. That means, right now we'll have to see the next point. Lothal, is this correctly matched? Yes, guys, you know Lothal is famous for what? Lothal is famous for what? Guys, yes, it is famous for your dockyard. Now, in this dockyard, you have units of weights and measures, because male torso means male man's upper part, Sneha. Okay, guys, yes, National Maritime Heritage Complex is being in the news. Lothal is correct, A is wrong. Now, guys, Dholavira, one of the exception towns here, where the city was divided in three parts and lots of use of sandstone. Stone was seen. That means this is wrong. And guys, Mohenjo-daro, did we get a sculpture of this? Absolutely, we got. We also got dancing girl here, the statue of dancing girl. We also got the shield of Pashupati seal was also discovered here. So the answer is what? D. All four are correct. Now, every one of you, how many of you got it incorrect? This question, how many of you got incorrect? How many got incorrect this question, guys? Those who got it wrong, please go and study Indus Valley Civilization. Very, very important chapter. I will put it like 3 star. Go and study IVC and look at all the major towns and look at the major findings on those towns. Guys, perhaps this might be the question of this year. This is that important question that I'm talking about. Moving ahead. Now, very easy question. Tell me, guys, which one among the following was not constructed during the reign of Shah Jahan? Most of you are giving correct answers. Brilliant. Everybody is giving no, 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 no. Manisha, you are wrong. Manisha, Saurav, you are wrong. Guys, Shah Jahan, amongst the Mughal rulers, Shah Jahan is known for his architecture. He was the greatest patron. Remember, not, please, you all know Taj Mahal was constructed by him. He only constructed Shalimar Bagh in Lahore. He only constructed Jama Masjid in Delhi. So what was not constructed by him? A. Who constructed this? Guys, during the times of Jahangir, his wife, whose name is Noor Jahan, constructed this tomb. Why? Because this is the tomb of her father. Please remember, in memory of her father, Noor Jahan, the wife of Mughal king Jahangir, has constructed this. And this is known because white marble was for the first time used in any Mughal work. Guys, Taj Mahal comes many, many times later. First time you can see a Mughal building is being constructed which had white marble. Am I clear, guys? I would put it as a easy question. Of course, factual, but then also a easy question. Let's move ahead from 23, move to question 24. With reference to material life during the period of Mahajanpadas, again it is asking which one of them is incorrect. Now guys, option A is a correct statement. Why? Because we know even today, Sethis, many times you will hear the name people Sethi, Sahil Sethi. Sethis are coming from the word Seth, and that means the big business, high level businessman. Guys, this you should have understood from the option. That means this is a correct. Now come to the option. See, guys, we were known in those days to export textile. People would be exporting ivory, pots, finished crafts, sandal crafts, and pearls. All these goods were exported. This is also correct. Lastly, Rajbhattas, they are special royal officials whose duty was to ensure the safety of life and property. Because if you don't ensure the safety of the travelers, trade will not flourish. If trade will not flourish, tax collection will go down. That is why these officers were appointed. So, which is the correct answer or which is the incorrect option here? B is the incorrect option. Answer is B here. What are these? It is mentioned that artisans and merchants were organized into guilds known as Vesas. But the fact of the matter is, Vesas are what? They are the merchant streets where the merchants and the artisans they used to live. Guys, how many of you got it correct? How many of you got it correct? Trust me, this question, you should have first of all eliminated A, then you should have eliminated D, then C you could have eliminated, because these are the goods that we constantly exported to outside countries. Moving ahead. 25th. Now, guys, this is again a question from theater. And you can see this is also a question of, I would say, literature. And if you ask me, this is again a factual question, but of a moderate level. And for me, why I'm putting it moderate, guys, because I know who wrote Mudrakshasha. Guys, tell me, who wrote this particular great, Sanskrit play? This is a Sanskrit play. Good. Hoshiar, Manoj, everybody is correct. This was written by Vishakha Dutt. So 2 is wrong. Moment 2 is wrong. They both are wrong. Now, guys, come to the option 1. Sariputra Prakarana by Ashwaghosh is considered to be the first example of classical Sanskrit drama. Is it correct, guys? Is it correct? I'll tell you, this is written exactly like this in Nitin Singhania. Go in your Nitin Singhania 7th chapter, 3rd edition. Directly we have picked this line from there. This is a correct line, guys. This play has got 9 acts and this is a correct answer, correct point. So the answer to this question is A. Am I clear? It is A. Hoshiar, both of them are Sanskrit plays. Both of them are Sanskrit plays. Moving ahead. Question 26. Consider the following statements with reference to life of Buddha. Now, guys, I have told you Buddha is very, very important. Now, tell me, anything, okay, please understand, anything, any symbol related to his life, like lotus, bull, they symbolize birth. Horse, they symbolize renunciation. Bodhi tree, they symbolize Mahabodhi, etc., etc. Everything you have to remember. Now, guys, is statement 1 correct? He belonged to Sakya clan of the Kosal kingdom. You all know this great man was born in Lumbini. His father, his name was Sudhodana, and he was the chief of this republic clan. That means statement 1 is correct. A cannot be the answer. Option B or option 2. Guys, Buddha attained nirvana on the banks of river Niranjana. Yes, guys, it is near Gaya, under a peepal tree. The great Buddha had attained nirvana. That means 2 is also correct. That means B cannot be the answer. Now, third is Mahabhinishkramana symbolizes the first sermon by Buddha on deliverance from what? From suffering. See, nirvana here means Muhammad that, he is attaining moksha. Now, third is wrong. Sudhanshu says third is wrong. Guys, Sudhanshu, why is third wrong? As I told you, it's related, death related. It's Dhamma Chakra Parivartana, which symbolizes his first sermon, not Mahabhinishkramana. That means third is wrong. Only answer correct is C. Guys, we have done a lot of questions on Buddha. let's move to something related to modern architecture. Modern. Guys, mostly modern architecture is not asked, but 3 years ago, they have asked questions from this area also. Please look. Those who are from Lucknow, guys, I will take your names here. Awadh architecture. Statement 1 is correct. Guys, around 18th, 19th century, in order to preserve the Mughal traditions, it was done. There is no doubt about this. That means moment 1 is right, C is wrong. Guys, we have done it in modern. Only religious structures were formed? No. There were secular structures also formed here. Those who are from this area, guys, remember your buildings like Bara Imam Bara, your Rumi's Darwaza. There are different sculptures here. So 2 is wrong. Answer is B. Now, why is 3 wrong, guys? Please remember, it's not sandstone, but rather mortar, which is used in most of the buildings. That's why 2 is wrong. And I've already written you Bara Imam Bara and Rumi Darwaza. 4 is correct. B is the answer. Trust me, guys, this is a easy question. I told you 2018 already PYQ, you can see, has been asked on this. And trust me, all the questions came from those which were in news that year. Done? Let's move ahead. Bhutakola. You can see your question number 29th now. Which of the following statements about Bhutakala is correct? A, it is the traditional folk dance and drama prevalent in Bhagwati temples of southern Kerala. B, it is a kolam design drawn in South India using powdered rice or the white powder of crushed stone on wet ground. C, is this an annual ritual performance in the Tulu-speaking belt of the coastal Karnataka where the local spirits or deities are worshipped? And D, is a ritualistic theatre of Tamil Nadu dedicated to Thalaveti Muniyappan, a local deity. Guys, what is the correct answer? Yes, it is current affairs based. Absolutely, it is in news. Guys, why it is in news? How many of you have seen Kantara, the Kannada movie? Guy, yes, absolutely brilliant. Kantara. Because of that, it is in news. Bhutakola. Now, the correct answer is in the, Uttari Karnataka areas, like your Udupi districts, you're near Mangalore, Uttara Kannada. In those areas, this is practiced. D is wrong. Of course, this is not a column, is not a design. And this is basically Padyani. Option A is Padyani. Tulu language, yes, this is also, in news because there is a lot of emphasis in order to preserve this language. Deities, Anurag means gods. Clear? Guys, factual, but was in news. That's why you should be knowing this. Let's move ahead, guys. Question 30. Again, Delhi Sultanate. With reference to the development of literature during the Delhi Sultanate period, consider the following statements. Ziauddin Barani wrote Tabaqat-e-Nasri, a general history of Muslim dynasties up to 1260. Amir Khusro wrote Khazain-ul-Fatah, which provides details of the conquest of Alauddin Khalji. Kalhan wrote Raj Tarangni, which belongs to the period of Zainul Abidin, the ruler of Kashmir. Tell me, guys, which is the easiest statement? Which statement should I begin my answer? Tell me, guys. And firstly, it is asking incorrect. I will always start with 3 because this is correct. Everybody knows Raj Tarangni was written by Kalhan during the rule of this ruler of Kashmir. That means 3 is correct. B is wrong. Now, guys, after this, which statement will I go? You can go to any statement because the moment you are able to say that any one statement is incorrect, you will be able to make this much, much easier. Let's start with B. Amir Khusro, the famous writer who wrote most of his writings in Persian, he did give all this details of the conquest of Alauddin Khalji. Even talked about the rise of the next ruler, Ghiyasuddin Khalji. So 2 is also correct. D is the answer. That means 1 is wrong. Please understand, this is not Tabaqat-e Misri or Nasri, sorry, because this book was written by Minhaj us Siraj. So A is the wrong, or 1 is wrong. The answer becomes D. Moving to the next question. Guys, question 31. Consider the following statements with reference to Gupta architecture. The use of mural paintings on the walls of the caves was an added feature in the cave architecture. Okay, please, some people are saying previous question I made a mistake. They were asking what is incorrect. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you. The answer to this question should be incorrect is B. Let me just give me 1 second. Let me use an eraser to delete this. Because they had asked the incorrect one, guys, the moment 3 was correct, all this would have been wrong and we would have come to the answer B. Am I correct now, guys? Everybody happy? Happy with what we have seen? You know, you could have eliminated one option and you could have reached to the correct answer. Moving ahead. 31. Now, see here. Gupta architecture, are they correct? Now, please understand, this time they are asking you what is correct. Please understand, option 2 is wrong, because at this moment, not a rise, but rather a decline was seen in the stupas. Some stupas were made, like Dhamek stupa did get built at Sarnath, but then overall 2 is wrong. What about 1? Now remember, 1 is a correct statement. See, we have seen caves of Ajanta, we have seen caves of Ellora. In these places, we see mural paintings have been done on the walls of the caves. That is why, Ashish, don't worry. If you are first time doing it, you will not be able to understand. So the answer to this question is A. Moving ahead to question 32. Guys, it is in news. How many of you got it correct? This is a current affairs question. See, the current question is only current affairs. Very easy. No, Deepak, it's not Lothal. See, I don't have to get into this. It's a Dholavira. Please understand, this is Dholavira. It has been designated. Yes, it has already been designated, guys. That's why it is, written, recognized as. Lothal is not at this moment. Similarly, Kalibangan is not here. Only one here is Dholavira. Guys, Rakhigadi is present day, Haryana, if somebody does not know. In fact, some of the largest sites of IVC is here in Rakhigadi. So it was in news, guys. Very easy question. That's why I'm putting it very easy, related to current affairs. Am I clear, guys? Okay, moving ahead. Question 33. Which one of the following statements is correct about both the Hindustani and Carnatic schools of music? The terms Hindustani and Carnatic are found for the first time in Bharata's Natya Shastra. First of all, they are asking correct. Number 2, while Hindustani has Persian and Arabic influences, Carnatic remains indigenous. Number 3, while Mridangam and Veena are essential parts of Hindustani music, Pakhwaj and Sitar belong to Carnatic music. Trust me, I'm not that much into the music, but I know this has been written interchanged. This is wrong. Carnatic music may have, whatever, Veena and Mridangam, Pakhwaj and Sitar has to go to Hindustani. That much reading only I got this. D. Both Hindustani and Carnatic music have various gharanas of their own which emerge from various substyles. Now, this much also I know. Gharana is only for Hindustani. In fact, Carnatic music does not have gharanas. They have only one style, one prescribed style. This much also I know. That means D is also wrong. Now, let me go to these. Do you think Bharata's Natya Shastra would have used this word for the first time? The book, which was written somewhere between 2nd century BC to 2nd century AD, do you think they would have used the word Hindustani? No. This is used much, much later, around 15th century, by Haripal in Sangeet Sudhakar. So, one is wrong. B is the answer. Carnatic is indigenous. Hindustani has both the influences. Moving ahead. 36. With reference to the economy of Vijayanagara Empire, consider the following statements. Manufacturing activities were the chief occupation of the people during this period. Now, all of you tell me, do you think this will be the chief occupation, or do you think agriculture will be the chief occupation? Tell me, guys. Do you think agriculture should be there or manufacturing? Agriculture. Now, I come to 2. And I'll solve it. If those who have done modern history, you will remember, horses were imported by the Vijayanagaras. They were asking imported. Now again, please see, this is incorrect is being asked. That means 1 is incorrect. Let me again use a eraser. They are asking what is incorrect. That means if 1 is incorrect, the answer cannot be this. Now, I know horses were imported, not exported. That means 3 has to be in the answer. That means this is a correct statement. And which 2 are wrong? 1 and 3. Please understand, this we have studied even in modern, that it is the Portuguese who promised Vijayanagar Empire that the best Arabian horses will be given only to Krishnadev Rai's Vijayanagar kingdom, not to the Bahmanis. Isn't it? Question 37. Again, another question on IVC. And this time, why I have taken this question? Because it is related to pottery. Question 37. Statement 1. The pottery excavated at IVC sites are handmade, showing the absence of knowledge about potter's wheel. Very bad question. Do you think we are so outdated that we would not know about potter's wheel? Tell me, all of you. Would we not know about this? Are we know about this? We are making some very fine wheel made wares which clearly show we knew about this. 1 is wrong. Number 2, painted pottery was more common. Now, all of you tell me, such a bad question. Do you think that plain pottery will be less common than the designed pottery? That can never be the case. Always the designed potteries, even if they are being made, they will be much lesser than the plain potteries. So, 2 is also wrong. The answer is D, neither 1, neither 2. Yes, because plain will be used for utility purpose, everyday use. So, invariably, there will be more use of plain potteries. Moving ahead. Question 38 again came to the invaders. Was Mahmud of Ghazni the first Muslim ruler who invaded India? No. In 712 AD only, Muhammad bin Qasim has attacked India. And it is asking incorrect. That means 1 is incorrect. So it has to be in the answer. Now, is 2 incorrect? Please understand, the first battle of Vaihind and the second battle of Vaihind are talking. This happened in 1000 CE This happened in 1008. C. Please remember, Muhammad bin Qasim, just now I told you, was in 712. That means 2 is also wrong. C is wrong. Lastly, third statement, Anand Pal, the son of Jaipal, defeated him. No, rather he got defeated. Jaipal got defeated. And that's why Jaipal had to, face a big defeat. All three are wrong statements. So your answer becomes D at this point of time. See, Saurav and all, if you have not studied, Vaihind, this battles of Vaihind, let me tell you, Mahmud Ghazni, when he was attacking India for 17 times between 1000 to 1027 CE, when Rajput power in India was declining, at that moment, these Vaihinds, battles were fought at that point of time. Moving ahead. Question 40. Now, I will solve it. Look at this, how I'm going to solve question 40. They are the 5 rulers of Delhi Sultanate. How do I solve it? See, I look at the names. I know that whatever be the case, Balban, Razia Sultan, and Iltutmish, they all will be before Alauddin Khilji, because Khilji came later. That means 2, 3, 4, and then only 5 should be there. 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3. This did not work. This did not work. Okay. Now I know Khizar Khan is the ruler of Sayyid dynasty. This I know. So he should be after 5. So 5, 1. A is wrong. B is wrong. D is wrong. C. So the answer to this question, it's a very easy question. You all know Kutubuddin Aibak, then Iltutmish, then Razia Sultan, then Balban, and someone I have already told you around this period. This is the thing. So C is the answer to this question. Let me tell you, very easy question. And why you should study, because UPSC is asking a lot of political questions of late. So you should definitely study this. Now, question 41, very easy. It was in news. I don't have to say, Birju Maharaj, famous for Kathak. He recently died. This is in news. That's why we have picked up this question of current affairs. Very easy question. Moving ahead. 42. Consider the following statements with reference to Harappan agricultural practices. Iron plow was used for tilling fields. No, they rather used wooden plows. They might be knowing about iron. They might have the knowledge of iron, but they did not have iron plows. That means, how many statements are correct? D cannot be the answer. Now, look at this. Canal system. Just few minutes back, we were talking about, that Dholavira and everything. So Dholavira, we have discovered giant reservoir. That means they knew about this. A is wrong. Non-food crops like henna and cotton. Yes, absolutely. Along with many food crops like wheat, rice, fruits, millets, even they were known. So it is clear. The answer to this question will be C. Am I clear, everyone? Ashish, no, it's not true. You can see the previous year question discussions. Anurag, I don't think I'm taking any time in the future. From 13 December, the new batch of modern history I will be taking. The evening batch of modern history I will be taking. That is true. Okay. From 42, let's come to 45. Now you can see again folk dance and the site is given. And again, if you see, I can get this Purulia is in West Bengal. Everybody knows Chhau dance. Chhau dance. Guys, I had a morning and evening class today. I'm taking classes in Delhi. That's why my, back is paining a bit. Nothing major. It's just the back is paining because, after 2 classes, the 3rd class, it is happening right now. So you can see here, Chhau dance has different forms. So in Odisha, you may have this Mayur Bhanj. In Bengal, you have Purulia type. In Jharkhand, you have Saraikela. So it is correct. One is correct. I don't have to say that means okay. It can be the answer. Now, 2, Tarangamal is wrong because it is not of Rajasthan, but it is Goa. This is a site or the folk dances of Goa. D cannot be the answer. Similarly, Kalaibela is not Maharashtra, but it is Rajasthan. This is a folk dance of Rajasthan. Now, guys, some of you are asking the trick to remember. See, the tricks is you can make some mnemonics. If you want, always focus on your state and the important ones. Now, last is Charba. Is it Himachal Pradesh? Yes, during Dashera, this Charba is done. It's a traditional folk dance. B is your answer. This is correct. Am I clear? Now, please see. Next question. Now, this is a tough question. This is a very factual question. Too many facts. And this makes it very, very tough here. Okay, let's move to the next question. Oh, sorry. Question number 46. With reference to Vijayanagar kingdom, the following statements. During this period, the system of village self-government started by Cholas was replaced by a centralized form of government. 1/4 of the produce was to be levied as land revenue. Trust me, what they have done is, this is not 1/4, but this is 1/6. And though replacements was happening, this had not been totally done. Please understand, this had not been totally done at this moment. So, if you look here, both the statements were wrong. D is the answer. Please understand, we are talking about Vijayanagar kingdom. Kapil, I don't think I have seen the evidence of 1/4. Generally, land revenue which was collected here was usually 1/6. Various, systems, they talk about this as the 1/6. And of course, from Cholas, it was being changed. But please understand, it had right now got weakened, not replaced. The wordings were wrong. They were weakened at this point of time. So the answer to this question is D. Let us move to the next question, 48. Now, please look, already such questions have come in our previous years. So you should be knowing this. Guys, tarafdar. Anyone have any idea what is a tarafdar? Some people are mentioning C, some people are mentioning A. Everybody has got their different, this thing. Let me tell you, tarafdar is the head of the province. If somebody is asking about head of finance, Amir A. Kul. This few minutes back also we said Sadar A. Jahan. And who is the prime minister? Wazir A. Kul. Now, where does this word tarafdar comes? Please understand, province means taraf. These are your administrative units. So here, in those days, there were 4 administrative units. Which are these? Bidar, Berar, Gulbarga, and Daulatabad. So the entire area or entire your state was divided into these 4 units at this point of time. That's your 48 number question, the answer being A. Moving ahead, 49. Which of the following Harappan sites are located on the bank of the Indus River? Now, see here, I will always search for one which I know, and I know Kalibangan is wrong because I know Kalibangan was on the banks of river Ghaggar, not on the river Indus. I know 2 is wrong. That's why I've cut these 2. That means definitely 1 is correct, 3 is correct. Amri, it is in present day Pakistan in the Sindh province. And Chanudaro, this is also in Pakistan to south of Mohenjo-daro. Now think about anyone. Is this correct or is this incorrect? Anyone, Banavli you think, or you think about your Rangpur. Now guys, both of them are not on this. So the answer is B. Please understand, Rangpur is on the river of Bhadar in Gujarat, and Banavli is in the state of present day Haryana and near a dried river called Rangoi. Anyways, Indus does not come to your Haryana. So the answer to this question becomes what? B. Am I clear? Correct answers are being asked. Is this question done, guys? So let's go to question 50. With reference to the Delhi Sultanate, which one of the following is the correct hierarchical order of the head of the administrative unit, starting from the lowest to the highest? Now, this is a very easy question. This is your correct this thing. See here. Delhi Sultanate will be first of all divided into provinces, in those days known as Iktas, and they were managed by Muktis or Walis. Now, provinces were further divided into Shiks, that was your districts, and from Shiks the name came Shikdar. Further, the districts were further divided into Parganas, also known as your sub-districts, and they were managed by the Amils. And further, Parganas were managed into 100 or 84 villages, and they were managed by the Chaudhary or Mukaddam. So, who is the smallest? Mukaddam. Who is then Amil, then Shikdar, and finally Walis or Muktis? So, what will be the answer? Answer will be C at this point. Am I clear? So, please see 51. Again, another question on folk dance. Anyone here from Northeast? Anyone here from Northeast? See, I saw this question and I said, Thangta is not in Nagaland. I know this is in Manipur. Moment 1 is wrong. I know. Pick up anyone. Now, again, Bira. See, again, I come from Bihar. In my state, we practice, or this Bira dance is done. The beauty of Bira is what? That is the feeling of sadness because the partner is going away from the home. And trust me, in Bira, the beauty of this dance is it is done only by the male people, not the women. So, 3 is wrong. B is correct. Getting my point? Please remember, Dandiya is also between, representing a mock fight between Durga and Mahisasur. Am I clear, guys? The answer will be B here. Absolutely clear? Okay, good, good, good. Let's move to question 52. With reference to handicrafts, now again very much in news, and trust me, which word I will find here, which word I'm starting my answer from? Yes, I will start it from Fulkari. Moment I go to Punjab, I went to Amritsar, my sister said me, please bring Fulkari dupattas with you. So I know Fulkari is not Kashmir, it is Punjab. Moment 2 is wrong. That is, I will cut this. Now I know Madhubani paintings is Bihar. Everybody knows that. This is very easy. Now whether one is correct or sorry, sorry. Ah, Madhubani Bihar is correct. That means 4 has to be in the answer. So I made some mistake. Just give me. Fulkari is wrong. 2 has been eliminated. 4 has to be correct. So the answer will be B. See, I know paintings done in the northern part of Bihar. Now, just to give you some idea, this is J&K. Very much in news, and this is again current affairs news based on the handicraft exports being done in our country at this point. So the answer to this question is B. Moving ahead. Okay, sorry. 53. Which of the following can be considered as a reason for the emergence of Magadha as one of the most powerful and prosperous Mahajanpada? Again, Magad in Bihar. Why did it become one of the most powerful Mahajanpadas? Everybody knows it is on a strategic place. Location is strategic. That means A cannot be the answer. Guys, do you think anybody will not have matrimonial alliances? In fact, we have studied always matrimonial alliances lead to a stronger power. That means 4 is wrong. The answer is what? B. 2, 3, 5. You can see here, yes, they had iron ore deposits in the proximity of Rajgir. This helped them making powerful weapons. And because they were having a very fertile alluvial soil, so they had abundant food grains. So the answer is this. Please understand, this is wrong. Most of these were monarchical form of governments, not republican. One is wrong. So the answer is B. 2, 3, 5. Moving ahead. Now, personality related question, 56 question number. He defeated Pulkeshin II of the Western Chalukyan kingdom and captured Badami. He ordered the construction of the Rathas at Mahabalipuram along with constructing the port of Mamlapuram. Now, please remember, this is also in news, because if you all remember, similar question was asked in 2014 prelims, and Chinese, president had visited Mamlapuram. Now, guys, if you look at this, which is the correct option? Now, I have to tell you the correct answer is clearly B. Narsim Varman I, also known as your Mahamala. Please remember, he is the son of Mahendra Varman I. And in order to take revenge of his father's defeat, he had defeated Pulkeshin II at this point of time. So the answer to this question is B. Moving ahead. 58. Now, I have said this word, if you all remember, I think earlier also, Kudimai. What is Kudimai? It is any type of labor or service tax levied from the cultivators of the land. Here, what I will do you is option A is Pariyar. This refers to any social group of people who are considered as ritually impure. The third is Parai Cherry. This is referring to any type of residential quarter for the agricultural laborers. And this individual ownership of land, which referred as Kani right, was given in the rule of Cholas. This was also given. No, Kudimai is a, right, Kuni right, ek Kanimohi. Your question, this is a right of possession. This was the lands which were enjoyed in those days by the, individual ownerships. So this is not exact word here. The exact word will be B. Now, we just now said Ikta Dari, Ikta. We have said just now. Now, who is beginning this? Now, this is a simple question. Guys, what will be the answer of this? Ikta. No, those who are going with A, no, no, no. First of all, there is a mistake here. Firoz Shah Tughlaq it will be. Please remember, the answer is this. Why? Because he was carrying out a appeasement policy, wanted to appease everyone, noble, army, theologians, and that's why he brought or revived the Iqtadari system during his time and made it hereditary. So that's why the answer was B here. Remember, guys, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, became the ruler, did not want to antagonize anyone. And in order to have everybody, appeasement means make everyone happy. Zakhmi, he wanted to keep everyone happy at this point of time. 61. Guys, Mauryan architecture again. Bihar. I know this. Why I know? Wood was the principal building material as far as the construction of the palaces were concerned. Yes, this is correct. Why? Come to Kumharar. Ashoka's palace here. It was a 3-story wooden structure. That means one is a correct statement. 2. Now, first of all, it is asking incorrect. They are asking incorrect. So 1 is a correct statement. Okay. Now 2. The great stupa at Sanchi was originally built with bricks during the reign of Ashoka. Absolutely correct. It is only later that it was covered with stone and new additions were done. That means this is also correct. So maximum, this 2 cannot be the answer. Now, Barabar and Nagarjuni caves were constructed during the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. Tell me, was it constructed during the Chandragupta Maurya's time? No. B is the answer. Please understand, Barabar is during the times of Ashoka. Nagarjuna is during the times of Dashrath, Ashoka's grandson. So, Ashoka and Dashrath, this was done not during the time of Chandragupta Maurya. So, the only answer will be B. Again, 62. Harappan people used to worship all this. Yes, absolutely correct. They worshipped your people tree, bull, bird, one horn, unicorns. Yes, this is correct. This is factual. And was fire altars discovered in Banavali and Lothal? Guys, not in Banavali. It was here at Kalibangan and Lothal that the fire altars have been discovered. So the correct answer is B, 2 only. Please again, city of Harappa, what was founded, this you should definitely do on your own. Moving ahead. The term Churi ka joda, everyone tell me, Churi ka joda, who does not know this? Anyone who knows Hindi? I know the people from, those who don't know Hindi, they may not be knowing it. glass, bangle. Everybody, guys, see, this is the type of lollipop questions that we look for our answers. Glass, bangle, churi ka joda. Great. Let's move ahead. 65. Now, if you look at the question 65, which among the following dynasties is attributed with the building of Lal Kot and Anangtal Lake, which was recently in news? Now, tell me, guys, answer. Afreen is correct. See, the answer is Tomars. The Tomars had constructed. See, why it is in news, that is something that you should understand. Anangtal has recently been declared a monument of national importance by the government of India. It is declared like that. That's why, guys, it is in news. Now, apart from this, there is a Tomar king named Surajpal who had constructed something called Suraj Kund. Similarly, Anangpal II had constructed Lal Kot and Anangtal named after him. So the answer is A. Now, Vijayanagara kingdom, what are the statements about Krishnadev Rai? During his reign, Portuguese travelers Domingo Pace and Barbosa came to India. He built the famous temples like this at Vijayanagara. He himself authored these in Sanskrit and Jambavati in Telugu, which all are correct. Now, 66. Those who have not done, please study the chapter of travelers. This is a correct statement. Yes, Portuguese, because they had good relations with the Portuguese, they all came during his time. 1 is correct. C is incorrect. 2, again, a great patron of literature, a great patron of art. He constructed these temples in those days. That means A is wrong. What about the third option? Please remember, he himself authored Amukta Mallada in Sanskrit and Jambavati Kalyanam and Usha Parinam in Telugu. This is wrong. Why? Because this book was in Telugu and they were in Sanskrit. So the answer to this question is B. Please understand, this is a tough question. Guys, it's very tough because mostly it's very tough for us to remember that Jambavati Kalyanam is there in, Sanskrit or it is in Telugu. In the examination hall, mind does not remember everything. So this question is a very, very factual question and a very tough question. How many of you accept that this is a tough question? How many of you think it's a tough question? Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yes, most of you are accepting with me. Yes, third option, it's very really tough. How many people would know? Now, again in news, Malcha Mahal. How many of you are from Delhi? Anyone from Delhi? I'm in your town, I can tell you, I read this because this is being restored. There are news articles that this Malcha Mahal will be restored. So, Harshvardhan, I hope you would have got this answer correct. It is a Tughlaq era hunting lodge in Delhi. Absolutely correct. Built by Firoz Shah Tughlaq around 325 CE. It is in Delhi near ISRO's Earth Station near Chanakyapuri. And later it did come to be known as Vilayat Mahal. Sir, all the options here are correct. Now, again, trust me, the team has done a really good work in framing a lot of such questions which are from current affairs, and we don't know any of these may come. So please, anything in news, you should keep an idea on that. 71. Consider the following statements with reference to the postmodern architecture. Number 1, In the period, only Chaitya-type rock-cut caves were constructed. The Kushan dynasty introduced the idea of torans as beautifully decorated gateways to the stupas. Third, stone replaced the use of wood or brick as the principal building material. Now, please see which of the following is correct is being asked. Now, look at the statement 1. That is, during postmodern architecture, they are saying only Chaitya got. No. Problem is, viharas were also made. 1 is wrong. That means 3 is absolutely correct. Yes, stupas became larger, more decorative, and yes, stones were done. Number 2, did Kushan dynasty introduce the idea of torans? No. The thing is, Shunga dynasty had introduced this. So 2 is wrong. The answer is D. The only correct line here is your 3. Please remember, UPSC has asked questions on Chaitya and Viharas in the PYQs earlier. Question number 72. Consider the following with reference to the Ajivika sect. They held that events in the entire universe are predetermined by destiny. Ajivikas believed in the transmigration of souls. It was patronized by the Mauryan dynasty king Ashoka. Makhali Goshala was a contemporary of Mahavira, was a prominent teacher of this sect. How many of this is correct? Now, please see 72. Number 1, let me first of all tell you guys, all the 4 statements are correct. They all are correct. This is the thing about this. Now, this is correct because they believe in predetermined destiny. They believe even before birth, people's destiny is decided. So that is correct. Number 2, yes, Ajivikas do believe in this. They say, according to their ideology, every soul runs the same course through almost 84. You can see how many? 84 lakhs. 84, I am forgetting. 000034. 84 lakh, yes. 84 lakh Mahakalpas. The third is also correct. It was patronized by Ashoka and later by his successors like Dasharatha. And fourth is also correct. Yes, he was a famous teacher of this particular sect. How many of you got it correct, guys? Though a conceptual question. How many of you guys got it correct? Good. Those who got it correct, your knowledge about Ajivika sect is correct, because again the question was 1 statement, 2 statement, 3 and 4. So really tough question in that sense. With reference to Karkatam, again you can see it was in news. Folk dances, it was in news, and it is asking which are incorrect. Karkatam, please understand, is a folk dance primarily at Mariman festivals. Yes, this is correct. Mariman is worshipped as a rain goddess. That means 1 is correct. 1 should not be in the answer. That means 2 is definitely incorrect. It is performed only, no, it is performed along with Tamil Nadu, also in Kerala, in the Palakkad district. Afreen is writing, it is also performed in Karnataka. So, the thing is, this is incorrect. 2 must be in the answer, that we know. What about 3? It is a war dance that features a fight sequence that includes leaping to attack and protect. See, please remember, it does not have any mock fight. I just now told you, it's related to rain goddess. So it is related to rather agriculture. That means this is wrong. Please remember, this is only performed in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, not in Karnataka. It is not performed in Karnataka. And I hope you all got the correct answer. Moving to last 5 questions for the day. 78. Look, Khalisa lands, we have studied it in your modern also. If you all remember, with reference to Delhi Sultanate, consider the following statements about the land revenue. Khalisa land, always remember, this was the crown land. This was the land that belonged to the Sultan, not to the religious leaders, not to the religious institutions. Again asking which are incorrect. That means 1 should be the answer, B and D cannot be the answer. 2. Inam land used to refer to land under the direct control of the Sultan and the revenues collected were spent for the maintenance. No, this was the land that was given to the religious leaders. So guys, what they have done is, this is Khalisa, this is Inam land. So they both are wrong. Answer is C at this point of time. We are done with this question. Now, classical dance, and here the question is about the Odissi dance with reference to the classical dances. Tribhanga and Chok are 2 basic feminine postures around which the techniques of the movement of the dance are built around. It is also called mobile sculpture due to intricate geometric shapes and patterns created by dancers with their bodies. Only classical dance which narrates the story of feminine dance of Vishnu. Guys, the moment I see these words, I know something is wrong, and I know this is wrong, because Mohini Attam is also another classical dance which has feminine dance of Vishnu. That means D cannot be the answer. Now, if I go ahead, statement 4, Mangala Charan, Batu Pallavi, Tharijam are the elements associated with this. Now, let me now look which can be wrong anymore. See, Tribhanga is what? Feminist. Chok is masculine. 1 is wrong. This cannot be the answer. Please remember, these both are postures, but Chok is a masculine posture. 2, it is also called this. Yes, because here a lot of grace, sensuality is exhibited. So 2 and 3 are, or 2 and 4 are correct. B is your answer. Moving to, it's a very difficult question. I'm not saying very, very difficult question, very, very conceptual. I was knowing this is wrong. Then when I remembered that Chok is also masculine, but very, very difficult question. I don't have to tell you guys, look at the map of our country. If this is your map, you have to identify this from north to south. Now, I know one thing, Gandhar is here in present day, what? Afghanistan. That means Gandhar is there, I know. And I also know Asaka was there in South India. That means 1 should always come before 4. So C is wrong. This is wrong. 1 4 is okay, 1 4 is okay. Now I know Kuru and Vats. Kuru was somewhere here, Vats is somewhere here, because Vats was on the banks of river Yamuna, and Kuru was around Meerut. So that means your Vats has to be later after 3. So the answer to this question will be B. Am I clear? Is this clear? Please have an idea about all the 16 Mahajanpadas. See, we are reached 10:30, 10 more minutes, and whatever we are able to do, we will do that. See here, 81. Now, look at again, 4 textile craft, and their description is given. Now, if you see here, how many of them are correctly matched? See, remember, these all are current affairs news, because UNESCO released the list of 50 exclusive textile crafts in our country. Now, Thigma, is it practiced in Manipur? Now, is it a traditional tie-dye designed patterned on wool and pashmina? The problem is this is not. The answer is this is practiced in Ladakh. That means 1 is wrong. That means 3 is correct, 2 is correct. They both are correct. What about 4? That is also correct. Kendul Pata, this is a type of calligraphy from Geet Govind. It's written here. Yes, Pashmina, you can think about Jammu and Kashmir. Absolutely, you can think about this. So the answer to this question is B. Again, please understand, sometimes it's really tough to remember these everything, very difficult question. Just because it came in news does not mean that we will be able to remember each and every of these, but it's a tough question. 82, Digambras allowed the position of Rajoharna and Kamdalu. According to Shvetambara tradition, women are capable of attaining salvation, and they are asking which are correct. Please remember, they both are correct. Digambra, they renounce everything, they leave everything, even clothes, except Rajoharna. See, what is this? This is a peacock feather broom. Because to move away the insects, they keep this. And Kamandalu, you can understand. Kamandal, where a wooden pot to keep for total toilet hygiene. 2 is also correct because they believe women also can do this. Digambaras don't believe, Shwetambaras, they believe. So C is your answer. Now, we had done a Gharana question. You all can see here. The question is asking about these Gharanas. Which Gharana will I pick up? Trust me, I know this man. Pandit Bhim Sen Joshi. Isn't it? I know Pandit Bhim Sen Joshi, and he was not from Agra Gharana. Getting my point? This is not correct. So, Khayal, Drupad, they all were used here. So some of you will ask, where is Pandit Bhim Sen Joshi then? He is in Karana Gharana. Gangubai Hangal comes in this. So both 2 and 3 are wrong. C and D are wrong. And rest 2 are correct. See, trust me, some of you who have some idea, Bhim Sen Joshi and Bade Ghulam Ali Khan, these are the 2 most prominent people. Most prominent people out of these. Others are also very important names. But then again, as people are saying, a very tough question from Hindustani Gharanas. Very tough. 5 more minutes. I know you all would be tired. Give me 5 more minutes. We have already done 58 question discussion. 58 question discussion we have done. Okay. Harshvardhan, I'll look into that later. 59, he followed the, question number 84 rather. He followed the policy of blood and iron, developed an efficient spy system, had good administrative affairs, called himself Caliph's right hand, and instructed the ulemas not to interfere in the political affairs. Very easy. Balban. Balban is very, very easy. This is the easiest, one of the easiest questions you have to study about Balban. Balban, Iltutmish, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, your Alauddin Khilji. These are 4 most important rulers of Delhi Sultanate, which you should definitely be knowing. Answer here is A. Am I clear? Moving ahead. Dalgate poetry, again in news, is concerned to which of the following states? 85. Question number. Guys, anyone have any idea? Okay, let me tell you, this is related to Jammu and Kashmir. Dal Jheel, Dal Gate Pottery. This is Dal Lake, very glazed tiles it was earlier and later got bifurcated into tableware, vases, all that is made. It is in news recently. Current affairs news had come on this with reference to medieval history, Harihara and Bukka. Guys, are they founders of this? Are they founders of the Sangam dynasty? Yes, they are. Lalita, yes, they are. They are the founders of this Sangam dynasty. One has to be in the answer. This CD cannot be the answer. That means this is wrong. Why is this wrong? Because this should be south bank of Tungabhadra. Now, what about 2? Is statement number 2 correct? They were the feudatories of the Kakatiya ruler of Warangal, later served as ministers in the Kampili state. Yes, that's also a correct thing. Later, they were arrested, imprisoned after the fight, and had converted to Islam. So the answer to this question is A. 86 is A. Which of the following is not a major rock edict? Now, last year, UPSC asked such a question. Out of this, which is not a major? This is a factual question of moderate level. I'm directly telling you, Musky is the answer. Musky is the answer. Please, guys, this is directly I'm telling you. Musky is the answer because others are majors. Last year only this question came that, we should be knowing about the major, these edicts of Ashoka. 88, I told you Khilji is very important. Remember, very easy question. Why he did not establish 1, but rather established 3? 1 is wrong. That means 4, 5 are correct. Only think about 2. Did he set up this? Yes, he did set up this. B is the answer. Let me tell you guys, he had attacked the Padmavati thing that you have or you must be knowing. He had attacked the Rajput king at this point of time, Chittor's king named Ratan Singh. After fighting for many years, months, when he came back, he was, having some difficulty, money thing. That's why he reformed the market. Banjaras are those who are, travelers and they sell their goods. Ratan Singh is the name of the Rajput king. Lipika and Santosh, I hope your questions are done. So the answer to this question is B. Second last question. We have done this today many times. Yakshgana, I had told you guys, is influenced by Vaishnava Bhakti. Similarly, Danda Nach narrates the activities of Lord Shiva and Kali done in the Ganjam district of Odisha. Similarly, March, based on the themes like Ramayana, Mahabharata, absolutely correct. And Jatra, again, teachings of Sri Krishna. All 4 are correct. Last one, let me refer to Saint Shri Chaitanya, Vaishnava saint. He had propagated these ideas. Let's do one more question. And last is, what is with reference, which is again, last question is incorrect. Pala kings, did they follow Hinayana? No, they followed either Mahayana or the tantric style of Buddhism. So the answer to this question is A. That's the thing. Bharti, they will be much later. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the session. I know, it went beyond 10 minutes, exceeded by 10 minutes. I tried to cover as much as possible and overall covered 65 questions for you people. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you would have got some good marks. If you have not got, please understand, last 2 minutes I will take. Please understand, guys. The whole purpose of this discussion is not that you people should, think that, oh, I got 90, I got 100. You should see if you have got any question correct. Think, did you reach the correct? Did you reach the correct answer by right method. Did you know that or not? If not, please revisit the lecture. If you got it wrong, see, was it a silly mistake of yours? Or you were not having some concepts at this point? Trust me, guys, prelims, you people will find, is the easiest of all the levels if you utilize the test series discussions in this way. This discussion, if you do this, you will understand that where are you lacking. If you lack in concepts, always we are there to help you. Please listen to the tablet lecture, go for your BHLP lectures. If you are a classroom student, go for the classrooms, ask your teachers, talk to them wherever you are having any problems. Our only endeavor is you clear the exams. As many as you clear, that gives us more happiness. With this, best of luck for your exams. I'll again be meeting whenever there is any other, discussion. And if you are a classroom student, right now I'm in Delhi classroom. If you are an online student, next batch, 13 December, we are again starting. Anyways, I'm in the tablet also. Thank you. Goodbye. Let's wrap up the class. Goodbye. Good night, everyone. Good night.